Salutations, crustaceans! I'm Lobster, and today we have another mod project featuring a Harley Benton MV-4MSB. Let's do this. This is a Harley Benton MV-4MSB, and it will ultimately be going to our friend and fellow crustacean, Dale. But before we do that, we are going to be modding this base with a bunch of different parts that I'm going to be going over shortly. Now, you may be wondering, hey Lobster, didn't you already review and mod one of those bases? Yes, I did. It's right here, and I love it. I love it! That base features the DiMarzio Relentless PJ pickups, as well as a 500K push-pull pot for series mode, as well as soloing the P pickup. We're going to be doing a very similar mod with this base, however we are going to be featuring the DiMarzio Sixties PJ pickups, as well as a 250K push-pull pot for series, as well as soloing the P pickup. We also have a replacement pick guard that was made by our good friend Nino Valenti. He did a great job putting this one together. And a set of labella flats. This thing is gonna thump. We will also be doing a comparison video between this base here and my Harley Benton MV-4MSB with the Relentless PJ pickups to hear the differences between the Relentless PJ and the 60s PJ. And I think that difference is gonna be pretty drastic. Now, if you're interested in my review of the Harley Benton MV-4MSB or the mod series that we did for Mod-cember 2022, check out those videos linked in the description below. But today we are going to get right to it. Because this base has no pickup selection and the pickups are wired in parallel by default, we're not really going to be doing an A to B comparison, as there's plenty of audio clips from my channel with this particular base here, or the purple one, in its stock form. So we're going to get right into it and just explore our new modded base once we're done. So let's get modding. You all know what you need to do. Go ahead and pinch that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thanks. Okay, and we are here at the workbench, and we are going to be modding our Harley Benton MV-4MSB for our good friend and fellow crustacean, Dale. Now, I've already put on the cream knobs just because they look good. And we will not be replacing the bridge like we did in mine. We're going to be keeping the stock bridge. But we are going to be replacing the strings, the pickups, and our volume pot with the push-pull 250K pot from DiMarzio. And we're going to be getting rid of this pick guard to boot and putting in a cream perloid one made by our good friend Nino Valenti. So before we do all that good stuff, we have to tear down this base. Let's get to it. Okay, our base is now completely stripped down to the point where we can start installing things. But before we do that, we are actually going to shield up both of these cavities with some copper shielding tape and connect our jazz bass pickup cavity to the main cavity. Okay, with our cavities fully shielded, let's connect our bridge ground to the shield, as well as connect our jazz pickup cavity to the main cavity. Okay, with our cavities all connected, I'm going to go ahead and start unpacking our DiMarzio Sixties PJ pickups. Okay, next thing we're going to start doing is just screwing down our pickups and securing them. And then from there, what we can do is put our bass out of the way and start working on our control plate. Just like with the last video, be sure to use the screws that are provided with the pickups, as they are much shorter than the stock pickup screws. If you use the stock screws, you are going to go through the body and not have a good time. But now it is time to get this bass out of the way, because we are going to start setting up our control plate. Okay, here's our control plate. We're just going to pop off our existing knobs here. There we go. Our volume knob is off, and I forgot to disconnect this guy right here. Let's disconnect our existing volume pot. And next, we are actually going to connect our DiMarzio control. But before we do that, we need to widen this opening here. So in order to do that, we are going to use our drill. Okay, with our control plate drilled out, let's go ahead and remove our painter's tape. We'll get rid of that caca later. And we can see our knob now fits through here. Let's go ahead and get everything set up. And our last step is just to connect our little ground wire here to our cavity. Okay, let's go ahead and just reattach everything here. Get it all in the cavity. And I'm just gonna secure the cavity cover and just make sure we have output, and then we'll go ahead and attach our strings and do a basic setup. Looks like everything is working. Let's go ahead and attach our pick guard and install our strings, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, with everything back together, I'm going to go ahead and install our new Labella flat wounds and give this bass a setup, and we'll be good to go and hear how it sounds. And we are back. We have successfully completed our DiMarzio Sixties PJ mod, as well as the 250K push-pull for series mode, as well as the P pickup soloed, just like with our other Harley Benton MV-4MSB. But yes, this mod was successful, and we've installed the Labella Deep Talkin' Flats for the short scale. This thing sounds absolutely killer. Let's check it out. So that is the DiMarzio PJ setup. The 60s PJ wired in series. The J pickup and the P pickups are in series together, giving you a lot of oomph and a lot of low end. Now I have to say, characteristically speaking, these pickups have a lot more mid-range and treble presence compared to the Relentless PJ, which we used on our other Harley Benton Mustang bass. And those pickups definitely have a lot more low end and a lot more where these, though still very powerful, have a lot more, I guess, mid and treble presence. And I gotta say, this thing just sounds great with these flats. So what you've heard covered thus far is the tone at 100% and the pickups engaged in series together. Let's take the tone down to about 50% now. Here's what that sounds like. And finally, let's take the tone down all the way. Let's take the tone back up, and I'm going to pull our volume knob. This is a 250K push-pull volume pot, and it's set up for soloing the P pickup when we pull it. So here's what this P pickup sounds like soloed, tone at 100%. Listen to that. That P with flat sound in a nice little compact package here. Very nice. Now let's take the tone down to about 50% once more. And here's the tone all the way down. Next, let's take the tone back up, and keeping the P pickup soloed, I'm going to grab my pick. Here's what this sounds like with a pick. Let's push our volume knob back in and engage both pickups in series. Keeping our pick here, here's what this sounds like. Let's put the pick away now, and leaving both pickups engaged, let's give this a slap with the flats. Why not? And let's solo the P pickup once more and give it another slap. And finally, let's throw some drums behind this bass, and I'll be checking out both pickup modes. First, we'll be doing it with the PJ mode, both pickups combined in series. So here are my final thoughts on our DiMarzio Sixties PJ mod that we did in our Harley Benton MV-4MSB in Daphne Blue. I think this is a very successful and awesome mod. You definitely get a lot more clarity than you do with the Relentless pickups at the expense of explosive bottom end. Explosive bottom end, nice. But yes, these pickups sound great. The P pickup sounds great soloed. Both pickups sound great together, and they sound great with these flats here. I am very happy with the finished results, and I think our friend Dale is really gonna love this bass. Before we send it out though, we will be doing a comparison video with our Burgundy Mist Harley Benton MV-4MSB with the Relentless PJ pickups and the 500K push-pull pot. Both are strung up with the same sets of strings and have the same pickup configurations in regards to the push-pull doing the same thing with series and the P pickup soloed. So it will be a very interesting comparison to hear the differences between the 60s PJ pickups and the Relentless PJ pickups. Both are shiny for sure, but they have very different characters indeed, but both sound great. But that video will be coming later. Let me know what you think about our DiMarzio Sixties PJ setup in our Harley Benton MV-4MSB. And big thank you to DiMarzio for sending us these pickups as well as the push-pull pot for this mod project. I really appreciate it. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord channel, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about our modified Harley Benton MV-4MSB with the DiMarzio Sixties PJ pickups and the 250K push-pull pot. And as always, until we groove again,